It's that time, guys. They are finally here. We have Mixmaster, we have Scavenger. It is time to build Devastator. Hey guys, that Blerd girl here, and this is it. Like I said, we have Scavenger, we have Mixmaster. We can now form Devastator. I have been waiting for quite some time. I know there are plenty of people who went to the stores, got the and bought them right there and then. I had to wait because I pre-ordered all of these guys. So, and yes, I could have went to the store, purchased them, and then sell these guys, but I didn't want to spend any more money than I needed to. I'm going to go ahead and start with Scavenger because he just looks like a spitting image of Bone Crusher in a way, and then we're going to do Mixmaster, and then we are going to build our Devastator. So let's get to it. All right, as always, we have our manual, we have our weapons, and we have the, parts that go with him when he transforms into his vehicle mode. But let me go ahead and release him from his strapped prison. All right, upon further inspection, details on the face, loving it. Can turn head 360, arms, ball joints. There's really not much I can do. Unfortunately, of course, fingers, because they don't want to take the time to individually have digits. Because I guess, once again, you're paying attention to, the fact that he can transform into Devastator. Not so much the robot itself. But for the most part, paint job looking pretty good. And, like to me, just like Bone Crusher, he's simple enough to, transform. All right, there we go. And then you just snap it right here. And there you have it. All right. Weapon, cement mixer, Mixmaster. All right, and then we'll go ahead and release him. All right, we're gonna go ahead and connect the back. There we go. Everything is snapped into place. Let's separate his legs. There we go. As I said with the others, no individual digits, just simple fists. Face is looking fantastic. Ball joint for the head. This is not on a ball joint. So he's not as flexible. But I mean, he's the foot, so there wouldn't be much. But to just transform him into transform him to either the vehicle or into, the right leg. All right, and here they are as a whole. One big giant family right here, guys. All present and accounted for, and I am seriously loving it. Alrighty. I think it's time we begin to transform him into Devastator. Starting with Phase 1.
Constructicons, transform! Phase 1!
All right, and as simple as that, just like Bone Crusher, Scavenger is pretty much a simple transformation. So of course, because of the tracks don't move, you know, it's stationary at best, but for the most part, it's cute and adorable. I know I shouldn't say that for a Constructicon, let alone Decepticon, but still, you know, the size, everything to me as a first time purchaser of a combiner, this is a good size. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on Mixmaster.
I have to admit this part was a little tricky for me because I realized that there are pins within his knees, and the point is you want those pins to stick out. So I had to end up pushing down on Mixmaster's thighs in order for those pins to come out. Seriously, this puts bend the knee to a whole other category. So now that you have those two pins on his knees sticking out, it's now easier to fold his legs in, like so. And there you have it.
Once again, this has wheels, so it's a lot mobile. What I would have loved is if this was able to spin. However, once again, this is meant to transform into Devastator, not so much to be a accurate Constructicon. Again, I don't know if the third parties have that ability. And then again, you know, that's just my thing about it. But, you know, it doesn't have to. But other than that, it looks pretty good. All right, so phase 1 is now complete. All that's left is phase 2.
Now, transform! Phase 2!
He is amazing. I mean, I have to give Hasbro props because when I was putting the pelvis to the legs, the fact that he was well balanced and he wasn't teetering or anything like that for me to put on the left leg was pretty impressive. So I gotta say that they did balance him out very well. Again, I am disappointed because I truly wish that he has individual digits instead of just what I like to call the claw. So, because the thing is, there are so many things I could do with him. I still probably can. Let's give this guy a try. Okay, I have to say Hasbro really did a good job. Like I said, other than the hands, some of the things that I had him do, like I love the fact of his knees. So the fact when I was able to bend for the poses and whatnot, I do appreciate the fact that his knees can bend, and I was able to do those a couple of poses. This, of course, his right leg did irk me a little bit because, of course, you know, it's not stable and it's all right. But for the most part, everything else about him as Devastator is phenomenal. Now, he is the very first vehicle combiner that I have. Comparing him to the 86 Optimus, yes, this is pretty much what Devastator, if not bigger, would be like compared to our fellow Autobots and Decepticons, because, you know, you want him to look up. You want this giant. That's what you want. So, and exactly like with the Dinobots, in their, you know, Dino mode, it fits, it works. When they're transformed, maybe not so much, because I would think they would be a little bigger. Like if I was to bring Grimlock up there, I would definitely see that Grimlock would be about yay tall, and so the reality of it would not work, because we know that Devastator is, you know, a titan among, well, not a titan, Devastator would be taller than these guys and the Dinobots in their robot form. For kicks and giggles, the Light of Peace Optimus. You know, he wouldn't mind taking on, you know, a guy like that. And he might, you know, it might be a little challenging, but, you know, Optimus would figure out a way to, you know, maneuver. I don't know about, there is a magic square of Devastator that they have, so I don't know if how proportionate it is, but so far I'm really liking this Devastator because, like I said, all of the 86 Transformers series that I've seen and have collected pretty much has shown and proved to me that it does, you know, jump out of the movie screen and, you know, give you that movie effect. So I do applaud Hasbro for that. Overall, I adore this. My very first Constructicon set, my first time transforming a combiner, and actually having Devastator in my hands is more than I can ask for. And I'm so glad. I really am so glad that he is part of my collection now. And I want to give a heartfelt shout out to Gallop Richard, who left a comment recently and gave me some advice on where to get Volcanicus. And I wouldn't mind seeing what Volcanicus would look like standing next to Devastator. So that may be my next combiner to collect. And if you haven't already, make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications, and hey, click a like so that way the algorithm can direct more people to this channel. And if you haven't seen any of my other Transformer reviews, you can check it with this playlist right here.